Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Social Media Fridays, episode 95. Each week we meet here to talk about what happened this week in the world of social media. With us today we have David Rozam, world's greatest copywriter, world's greatest SEO. I'm not sure which.
It's the
David,
world's great. The world's great.
David is a copywriter of 30 odd years standing and an SEO for the last 8 or 12. Who knows?
Oh, say 12. 12.
Okay, let's say 12. You can find David at writingforseo.org. He's in the UK. And across the pond in the Netherlands is Edwin Jonk. Edwin is CEO of IDEST in the Netherlands. You can find Edwin at idesthost.nl. And Masataki Wasa is webmaster of wasaweb.net. He's also a Google top contributor on the AdSense community. You can find Masataki at wasaweb.net. And Rob Mars, an AdWords aficionado and also a Google top contributor on the Google Webmaster Central community. Rob can be found in the Netherlands at marketbiz.nl. That's with two Z's, marketbiz.nl. All right. We have just a couple of items. Items of interest are posted in the Social Media Fridays on Monday community, and you can add your own topics if you wish. You could even join us here on the panel. First one we have is the Facebook Pixel. What's that all about, guys? Not much, apparently.
Not much.
Well, this.
Oh,
go
okay,
ahead.
you go ahead, Edwin. It's your turn. Oh God, we're being polite today, aren't we? It's a tracking pixel. It allows you to match audiences that come to your website and do things like buy or subscribe or any other actions that you should wish, and to match them with the with a similar audience on Facebook. So when you run your Facebook ads, you're presenting them to people with similar characteristics to those who do what you like them to do on your website. So in theory, it cuts down a lot of trial and error. And if you're happy to have Facebook know all those things about your audience and those who make you money, then it's a great thing.
Well, basically, the Facebook Pixel is a JavaScript script that you put on your own website. There are a couple of actions you can do, or track in this case. That is the view the content, search, add to cart, add to wish list, initiate checkout, add payment info, make purchase, lead, and complete registration. Basically, you can track if people fill in the form, right? They click on your ad on Facebook, they go to your page, and then the Facebook Pixel will track what that particular user is doing on your site. So it's quite important to track the conversions. Second, it's you can build custom audiences. Besides building a custom audience, you can also create a lookalike audience, then Facebook will look at the audience you created and then make from that audience a somewhat similar audience, people that are somewhat equal to that audience, so you can reach out with that. Then there's the third one is optimize ads for conversions. So that's basically for retargeting, I think. When you Facebook automatic shows. No, that's not for retargeting. So if you use the optimize for website conversions, Facebook automatically shows your ads and content to users that will likely convert. So that's basically what it does.
Thank you, Edwin. Anybody else? All right, let me tweet that.
And in this article, there's also an example. In the case study is about Vitamin World, and I was wondering, I was looking to the KPIs. So they did a Facebook campaign on both Facebook and Instagram. If you want to create ads for Instagram, you have to create that on Facebook. You cannot separate them. And they had a targeted audience of more than 250,000 users, and the product conversions was only 153 people that took the checkout. That's quite low, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Linesman. Thank you, Ball Boys. Let's move on to the next. This one, Instagram takes on Snapchat and YouTube with 60-second videos. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's uh-oh? I was just going to say, I'm not sure about this claim of taking on YouTube. I believe you can have more than 60 seconds on YouTube, and I think that's been the case for quite some time, he says, slightly ironically. Yes, obviously we have a excuse me, a social media world, an internet world that's going towards more and more video content, and the idea of having 6 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever is probably an infrastructural come historical, come legacy problem or factor, and yes, so Instagram has stepped up the length of time you can display video for. Take on Snapchat. I think we were saying earlier that most of us felt that that Snapchat was the upstart rather than Instagram. Maybe Instagram is trying to keep its position by offering something more than it was doing. Maybe it's feeling rather vulnerable to Snapchat. But as I'm an old person, Snapchat doesn't make any sense to me. When I use it, I always get lost in it. So I'm not a millennial or younger. So it makes me wonder how.
You're not a millennial, David. You felt you had to mention the fact that you're not a millennial. you thought we might have made a mistake, and you thought, well, maybe he could be, maybe he's not.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I thought I might dye my beard next week. Then you might think I was a millennial. Where was I getting? Yes. Yeah. I think the interesting thing is that we're getting more and more video on the on this interwebs that we talk across. And yes. That's about it. I don't know if anyone else has got some more knowledgeable view, but I finished my waffle.
I think you're absolutely right. They don't take on YouTube. YouTube is for a longer video. Besides the second game, right? 50 seconds to 60 seconds. Well, that doesn't really matter that much. What they did do is they are updating the iPhone app so that users can combine different videos and put them together and have somewhat of a small story. That's much more of an announcement than the going to the second seconds. And I don't think they're going to take over Snapchat, more Vine or Periscope or those services.
Yeah, I think you're right, Edwin. In a sense, it's more from where I stand. When Instagram does these kind of things, I always feel that they're looking more towards the likes of Twitter and Pinterest.
Yes, I think you're probably right there. There is a very specific feel to Snapchat, and it's very much focused on a particular user group, whereas the others are more general. We're all supposed to use it. They're interested in us all using them. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
And in other news today, well, it's not other news, but a pet hate of mine. I'm just looking at the sites we've been discussing, like Vine and Pinterest. We haven't been discussing, but they're another culprit. Do you guys hate it when you go to a website and they want you to log on to see any more? I don't want to join Vine. I just want to see what's taken my interest somewhere, but I don't want to go to the trouble of joining you. Thanks very much. And yet, you don't get to see any more content unless you join. It's like a paywall. Does anybody else find that a pain? I just refuse to join. They can do without my number.
Well, it's not user friendly, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not user friendly, but I think that's in a sense a tactic. I think it is a very much a conscious way, and I think internet sort of communities and people sharing the same space. There have always been sort of tension between how open something should be and how closed it should be, because in a sense many people want both, right? They want to have lots of people see what they produce and what they write, but at the same time they like to have that sort of comfiness, if that's if that's the right word, or belonging to a close-knit community, if you like, where you sort of have an idea who other people are, or at least you think that you share certain things with them. So I think it's always been a balance. So I think these services are trying to create a sense of community by, in a sense, forcing people to join in order to look at things. While at the same time, for people who are within, by the sheer size of it, they're saying, look, you know, your thing is going to be seen by so many people.
And they are here to make money, right? So they only make money if you join them, because then they know who you are and they can serve ads.
Well, do they make money if I join them, or is it that they need the numbers on the board for the next round of financing?
Well, with Pinterest, I'm not sure about that one, but that can be the case. But on Instagram, they basically have to know you, right? Right. The people that are advertising on Instagram, they have to create those audience, and so yeah. It's not a free lunch, Jim.
All right. Are there any other items of general business for this week? Well, I've got one. David Rosem has a bookcase. Where's yours, Rob Mars? Oh, that's right.
In the clouds.
You're in the cloud. Actually, I can see the mist swirling around you. Okay. If there's nothing, no further items of general business, I'll declare this meeting closed. Okay. Well, look, we don't have anyone watching us at the moment. Sorry about that. But when you do watch this, thank you for your interest. Your participation makes what we do worthwhile, and for that we truly thank you. We'll be back at the same time next week to do this all again. But for now, it's good night.